Yep, guys, you seen the title in the thumbnail. We got lasagna on the menu today, but we're gonna do it meatless. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a creamy spinach and mushroom lasagna. Oh man, you're gonna love it. Get in your kitchen, let's go. All right, let's go ahead and run down our ingredients. Yeah, it looks like a lot, but when you're making lasagna, you know it's a lot of things going in lasagna, but don't let it intimidate you. Back here, we got our spinach, we have some mushrooms, we have heavy whipping cream. Now you can use milk if you wanna use milk, that's fine. Or half and half, totally up to you. It's all preference. Parmesan cheese, olive oil, butter, salt and pepper, flour, some chopped onions, some ricotta cheese, a beaten egg, chopped garlic, mozzarella cheese, and what we couldn't fit on the cutting board is our lasagna noodles. And we're gonna use about 12 of them, all right? So that's all you need, let's get to it. So the first thing we're gonna do is bring a pot of water to boil. We're gonna add a little salt here. And once that baby comes up to boil, we're just gonna add our lasagna noodles and we're gonna cook it al dente. You guys don't need to see that. So just according to the box instructions, all right? So now let's move over to our cooktop. So to get started, we're gonna heat up 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Once that heats up, you're gonna add your onions and we're gonna cook these until they're soft over this medium heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, so after about 3 or 4 minutes, we're gonna go in with our garlic and we're gonna let this rock out for another minute or so. All right, so after that minute, we're gonna go in with our mushrooms and we're gonna cook this for about 8 minutes, allowing it to release its moisture. Y'all know when you cook mushrooms, it releases some moisture. So we're gonna let this cook for about 8 minutes. All right, so after about 7 to 8 minutes, we're gonna go in with our spinach now. And guys, when you add your spinach, it's gonna look like a lot, but we're gonna cook this baby until it all wilts down. And it's not gonna look like it's as much. And what I typically do, I just cover it up for a little bit just to let it wilt down for a second. Then once it wilts down, you can start stirring it in. Okay, so our spinach has wilted. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna season that with some salt and pepper. Get it mixed in like this. We're gonna turn off our heat and we're gonna sit this aside and continue. So to continue, we're gonna melt our 3 tablespoons of butter, actually 4 tablespoons. Once that butter melts, we're gonna start sprinkling in our flour. And we're gonna get this mixed in for about 1 to 2 minutes until it gives you that golden brown. It's like making a roux. All right, so after that 1 to 2 minutes, we're gonna whisk in our heavy whipping cream slowly. And we're trying to prevent any lumps. And we're gonna cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes to allow it to slightly thicken. All right, guys, so it looks like our sauce is thickened. This is after about 5 minutes. We're gonna add a little salt here and dash with a little pepper. We're gonna turn our heat off. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna sit to the side and we're gonna continue. Now we're about to make our ricotta layer that we're gonna spread over our lasagna. We're gonna add our ricotta cheese here, the beaten egg, and a half a cup of our mozzarella cheese. Hit that with a dash of salt, and we're gonna get this mixed up. All right, so it looks like we're good here. Now we're gonna sit this aside, bring over our baking dish. We're gonna start assembling our lasagna. Now, we did enough work now. Let's get this baby built out. Now we're gonna start building out our lasagna. We're just gonna spread a thin layer of our white sauce here on the bottom. We're gonna take our lasagna noodles and we're gonna start placing them here at the bottom, slightly overlapping them. You'll probably use about four noodles, lasagna noodles, just like that. After we layered our lasagna noodles, we're gonna come across that with our ricotta cheese, and we're gonna get this spread. We're gonna use about a third to a half of it. Next, we're gonna come across that with a third of our spinach mixture. Little tongue twister there. I'm gonna sprinkle a little mozzarella over here. A little Parmesan cheese. So now we're gonna repeat the same thing. Add a little of our sauce here on the top. Come across with another layer of our lasagna noodles. And we're just gonna repeat it all over, guys. All right, so now we've added our last layer of lasagna noodles, the remaining of our white sauce. Now we're gonna top that with the remaining of our mozzarella cheese. And we're gonna come behind that with the remaining of our Parmesan cheese also. I'm gonna dash this with a little Italian seasoning on top. All right, so now we're gonna take some aluminum foil. Make sure you grease the top of it like I did. I sprayed the top of it with some cooking spray. That way the cheese doesn't stick. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. We want to seal this baby tight. And we're going to put this in the oven and let it bake covered for 25 minutes. After that, we're going to remove it, remove the foil, and then we're going to bake it for some additional minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and get it in the oven. All right, so we're about 25 minutes in. We're gonna remove our foil now. And this is where we are as of right now. We're gonna get it back in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes. Let that cheese brown on top and finish cooking in the middle, and we're gonna come right back. All right, so this is what we have after about 15 extra or additional minutes in the oven, and I also put about 2 minutes under the broiler to get that cheese brown on the top. So we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes. Then we're gonna come back, cut it up, get it plated up, and jump into quality control. Guys, there we have it. Creamy mushroom and spinach lasagna. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. We're gonna go ahead and jump into quality control so we can do a taste test. So y'all already know what time it is. We back in here, quality control. Man, take a look at that lasagna, man. Look at that, man. Whew. I need to add some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna add something a little bit later once I get off camera. I don't feel like getting it now. So let's go ahead and cut into this baby. I'm one of them guys that gonna say, you bring me something out like this, I'm like, man, what a meat at? You know what I'm saying? But listen, you don't need no meat with this. Oh man. I know I'm gonna catch some slack from some people gonna wanna know, why you put no meat in it? Why you put no meat in it? I ain't gonna tell you to shut up though, because I can feel you. Meat will do good in this. But I do have people that view the channel that also like for me to make recipes that doesn't have meat in it. So this is an ode to them. And guys, listen, you definitely can add meat to this. I can see shrimp in this. I can see some boneless chicken breast in this. Even some lobster. So definitely give this a try. Add it to your list. So until then, y'all already know who I am. All wings everything. And remember, I'm not a chef. I just cook a lot, and now I'm out. Peace.